Your suspension system is more important than you may think. Most people think a suspension system only keeps you comfortable in the car, so you can drive over massive boulders, potholes, and rough roads and barely feel a thing. So, when an auto shop asks you to fork over a chunk of change to fix your suspension system, you think, well, I can take a few bumps and save some money. However, keeping your suspension system in good working condition is vital to keeping you and your family safe in the car. Let me explain. Do you remember riding your 21-speed bike? You knew if you slammed on your brakes, all your weight would be pitched forward and you would lose virtually all steering control. On top of that, if your weight was no longer positioned over your back tire, you would take much longer to stop. It's possible you could fly over the front handlebars. Now, your car is a lot heavier, and you don't have to worry about flipping your car over if you slam on your brakes. You see, the beauty of your vehicle's suspension system is that it keeps all four tires firmly on the ground at all times, which makes your brakes and handling much more effective. There was a recent study that took two cars, one with a worn suspension system and one with a maintained suspension system. While driving at 75 miles an hour, they slammed on their brakes. The car with the worn suspension system took 22 feet longer to stop than the car with the well-maintained suspension system. This could be the difference between a close call or a collision. To really understand your suspension system, think of it like this. In football, you have an offensive line that takes a pounding every single game. They are the first line of defense from the other team, and their job is to protect the quarterback. You and your family and the vital components of your vehicle are the quarterback. The suspension system is a line of protection from the potholes, bumps, curbs, and uneven roads that you encounter on a daily basis all year long. Just as the defensive line is made up of many players to protect the quarterback, your suspension is made up of multiple parts as well. Going back to our football analogy, there are 7 different players in your offensive line that protect the quarterback. What if 1 or 2 of them are injured? The longer you leave the injured player in the game, the more injured they become, which in turn makes the other players around them carry more of the load, weakening them and the entire line in the process, making your quarterback more and more vulnerable. This is similar to your suspension system. A little wear on your tie rod end or strut is not going to be a big deal in handling or braking. However, it makes the entire system more vulnerable to being damaged, just like the defensive line. At our shop, we have seen many people who have postponed suspension job just to find out later it's much more expensive to fix your ball joints, tie rod ends, alignment, or face a potential collision from low brake performance than just to keep your suspension system in good working condition. The concern we discussed earlier is if your suspension system does not perform properly, it can alter how fast your vehicle stops and how well your vehicle handles. These 2 things are the most vital component to keeping you safe in your car. So let's make sure they're protected and working properly. Our advice is to keep your defensive line healthy and strong, and it will protect your quarterback, saving you time, money, and keeping you safe. Give us a call and find out more.